Hey, it's David Pingree. We're out here at Glen Helen today with another Garage in Stock project. Today we've got a 2017 RM-Z250. And this was built by Jay Clark, but designed by our own David Langers, who designs our magazine. And he's always got a really cool eye for colors and style. So the graphics were done by Decor Visuals, but designed completely by Langers. All the colors, all the bits and pieces is all him. So I always like the way his bikes end up looking. Definitely different, and they stand out. So as far as the project itself, we put a Vertex high compression piston in this bike with a full FMF exhaust system, and that was really all we wanted to do. We wanted to keep it really low maintenance, keep the reliability, but just boost up the performance a little bit. The Suzuki always works really well as a bike, turns really well, feels comfortable, just maybe a little down on power because it is kind of an older model. And we put a Hinson plates in this thing, and a Hinson cover just to kind of give us a little bit better feel with the clutch. We took the backfire screen out of the filter cage, which is a little bit of a gamble, but it's one we take. Renthal was heavily involved in this project as well. Bars, grips, we did the black wet weather grips just because we like the way they look, really. We got a lot of works connection parts and pieces. So the clutch perch is all works connection, all the brake caps, radiator guards, chain blocks, all the engine plug caps, all that stuff. Hour meter, all works connection. Those guys do a great job helping us out. Tusk wheel set with Dunlop tires. We've got a Supersprox Sprocket, Regina chain, Scar foot pegs, which are really cool titanium foot pegs, sharp, really light, really strong. These things are awesome. I love having these on the project bikes. Just gives you a really good platform to work off of. Moto Seat did the seat for us, and they designed it to go right with our graphics. They also made us a really cool Racer X logo back here, which you can order if you want one of those on your own seat. They've got plenty of them. And he puts the ribs in. You can do any color combination. Travis over there does a really great job. And the suspension was another big part of this project. So we found some WP cone valve forks and the Trax shock that they have. This is all, they make suspension for every Japanese model now, not just the Austrian stuff. And this stuff works really, really well. I rode it on a Honda 250 last year, and I really liked it. So we're going to give it a try on this bike. I'm sure it'll be great. This stuff's always been really, really good for us. So we'll give this a try on the track. It looks good. Let's go see how it works in the dirt. We're all finished up on the Glen Helen tracks here. We did some time on the main track, the REM track. Got a pretty good feel for the Suzuki, and really comfortable bike as always. I've always felt really at home on the Suzuki. It likes to turn, which is a characteristic I love in a bike. I mean, corners are where you make up all your time, and it jumps really smooth and straight, like it never does anything funny or comes front and high or kicks. It's just a really comfortable, stable bike. The engine itself in stock trim goes flat a little quick, and the Vertex Piston, the FMF exhaust system here, kind of let it run up a little bit further, give you a little more pull before it starts hitting that limiter. So really good for me, you know. Not a crazy race motor, but again, you've got a ton of reliability with all those stock engine parts. So a really good balance between the two. Suspension, the WP stuff's really good. This cone valve fork is basically a Showa A-kit copy, you know, similar, you know, sort of setup. So the fork works really well. You got a ton of adjustment with the Trax shock. So anyway, super cool suspension setup. Like I said, I've used it before. Really a big fan of it, and it works well in here. One thing I want to mention too, this is all new Cycra plastic. So these guys didn't even make Suzuki plastic till this year. With the addition of the JGR team going to Suzuki, they thought it'd be worth it, so they started producing that. So check Cycra out to get your Suzuki plastics now. Everything else on the bike worked great. You know, we knew the Tusk rotors and wheel sets work well. Good braking power. I love these Scar foot pegs. Just really good grip. Some of the wet puddles and mud out there, on a stock foot peg, your foot can kind of slide around. These things just keep a good bite on it, so I really like those. And aside from my terrible mud riding skills, I had a good time. So sorry about getting your bike all muddy, Langers. It works great. You're going to love it. Thank you to all the companies that were involved in this build, and thank you for watching.